Across every genre, there are certain projects that stand apart from others as poster boys, if you will. Projects so revered that they're considered necessary experiences, regardless of their medium, for anyone fully willing to immerse themselves into a genre. For fantasy, you have Lord of the Rings. For action, you've got Die Hard. And for science fiction, especially as an anime fan, that project has gotta be Ghost in the Shell. What's up, anime fans and manga readers? Today we're taking on a titan of the sci-fi genre, unmatched in both quality and influence. Ghost in the Shell is a franchise that's been bending minds since Masamune Shiro's original 1989 manga debuted titled Mobile Armored Riot Police. Way less poetic of a title, sure, but nonetheless the basis for the rest of the project that sprung from it. It wasn't truly until the 1995 movie titled Ghost in the Shell that the franchise became known all over the world as it is today. A gritty, dystopian cyberpunk tale that tackles themes of surveillance, espionage, and artificial intelligence, the bread and butter of hardcore fans of the science fiction genre. But with multiple films, series, and timelines, it can be a bit daunting of a task to take on. Where do you even start? Well, we're here to cut through the noise. We'll break down why this cyberpunk legend is essential viewing for sci-fi enthusiasts, and untangle the web of its numerous adaptations so you can dive in without getting lost in the code. The primary philosophy behind Ghost in the Shell has to do with the dilemmas surrounding humanity versus hardware, or as some might put it, organic versus synthetic. Set in a future where cybernetic enhancements blur the line between human and machine, the series begs the question, where does one begin and the other end? We follow Motoko Kusanagi, a full-body cyborg leading Public Security Section 9, an elite force tasked with battling cyber-terrorists, rogue AI, and political conspiracies. In this world, the tactics of warfare and terrorism have extended beyond mere guns and explosives. It involves information. But in a world where the distinction between humans and machines grows ever thinner, information equals memories. And if memories can be hacked, what's left of you that's actually, well, you. That existential tension fuels every iteration of the franchise, even as its timelines split into three distinct branches. Timeline 1, the Cinematic Classics. This timeline, considered by many to be the true iteration of the franchise, begins with Mamoru Oshii's 1995 film Ghost in the Shell. It's a sleek, cerebral dive into Motoko's hunt for the Puppet Master, a hacker weaponizing cyborgs to meet his own ends. The film's blend of traditional animation and groundbreaking CGI, for its time at least, holds up shockingly well, but its real power lies in its philosophy, exploring identity, consciousness, and whether a ghost, soul, can exist within a machine. The imagery and atmosphere of that movie is so iconic that it continues to influence the science fiction genre even to this day. 9 years later, Oshii returned with Innocence, a sequel following Bato, Motoko's assistant, as he investigates gynoid sex robots gone rogue. Darker and denser, it doubles down on existential themes, but it also stands on its own. Pro tip, skip the 2008 2.0 remaster. It tweaks visuals but doesn't outshine the original's gritty charm. The second timeline has the advantage of being formatted as a series instead of a couple of movies, and as a result, it yields the most insight into the characters and world of Ghost in the Shell. If you crave world building and that slow burn episode grit, Standalone Complex SAC is definitely going to be more your speed. This TV series reimagines the story as a police procedural, balancing one-off missions with season-long arcs. Season 1's Laughing Man, a hacktivist exposing corporate corruption, feels eerily relevant in today's day and age, while the second season tackles refugee crises and AI independence, two issues that make it feel like it's holding a very shiny mirror at the political and technological climate of the 2020s. The Standalone Complex series caps off its run nicely with the 2006 film Solid State Society, which has Makoto confronting the puppeteer, a mysterious hacker manipulating society's ghosts. Bonus points go to Standalone Complex for its soundtrack, composed by none other than the legendary Yoko Kanno, the genius behind the music of Cowboy Bebop, in case you were wondering. It blends electronic beats with Russian folk choirs, bringing about a vibe that's as eclectic and unnerving as the series itself. In 2024, there was a 3D animated sequel to Standalone Complex titled SAC 2045, and, well, the less said about it, the better. Most fans consider it to be in its own alternate timeline, despite what the show's official logline says, and to preserve the integrity of the original series, it might be best to totally ignore this one. And that brings us to timeline number 3. Oh, where do I even begin with this one? Ghost in the Shell Arise reimagines Makoto's origins, depicting her as a hot-headed rookie in the military's 501st Unit before Section 9 exists. And I'm sorry, but really? Really? While the sleek animation and political intrigue of this reboot, prequel, reimagining has its fans, Arise is definitely the black sheep of the family, and it doesn't take cybernetics to see why. It swaps out the methodical pace and philosophical depth in the other 2 iterations for flashy action and mischaracterizations of characters that fans have come to know and love. On top of that, its fragmented release schedule, 4 films released over a couple of years, a retooled TV cut, and the finale, stupidly titled The New Movie, is bound to be a little disorienting. My advice? Skip this one, or if you really have to watch it, try really hard to forget that it's supposed to be Ghost in the Shell. At least that way you can find a few things to enjoy. The animation and, yeah, that's about it. As a longtime fan of the franchise, this one left me feeling like I should get my memories hacked. Okay, I'll admit that I'm being a bit too harsh on the series, but in my opinion, it just doesn't encapsulate a lot of what made the original movies and show so influential. From the original manga's gritty humor to Mamoru Oshii's quiet, contemplative films and SAC's political commentary, Ghost in the Shell has proven to be a series that evolves with the times and, perhaps more importantly, endures through them. Despite the series' measured approach with its underlying message, it still knows exactly when to turn up the dial and kick things into high gear with action and spectacle. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more satisfying showcase of action animation from that era. Despite its extensive catalog, the series remains highly accessible for anyone who's interested. Thanks to the unique layering of the different iterations as separate timelines, you don't need to watch it all. Just give your attention to whichever you find the most intriguing. Want a taste of that original dark cyberpunk vibe? Stick to the 1995 film and its sequel. Crave episodic storytelling, a slow build-up, and greater character work? Binge SAC. Just looking for flashy action and eye candy? Try Arise, maybe. Only if you really, really have to. Regardless of my reservations about certain entries, each timeline offers a unique perspective on the core question at the heart of the series. What makes you human in a world where technology can remake us? If that sounds like your jam, then what on earth are you waiting for?
Aren't you forgetting something?
What, me? No, I'm pretty sure I said it all.
No you didn't. You didn't say anything about the 2017 Hollywood adaptation starring Scarlett Johansson as...
Anyway, that's all we have for today, folks. Do you agree with my pick? Maybe there's some great facts about Ghost in the Shell that I left out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe if you haven't already and ring the notification bell to get regular updates on new videos. I make awesome anime and manga content like this every week, so be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching,